Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about persevere, how to not give up. Okay, so sometimes we have periods of our lives where we feel like giving up on our dreams, on the things that we really want to achieve in life. And sometimes we have those really down times where we have no internal enthusiasm anymore for the things that we used to really love and enjoy. And I've been through a lot of experiences, especially a lot, even things that have happened really recently to me, that have made me really have to fight basically almost every day to make sure that I get the things done that I need to do because I've had a lot of struggles recently. I talk about it sometimes on this channel, but in July of 2022, I lost a baby. I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage. And that was really, really tough. And we tried to get pregnant again in autumn, or in fall if you're American. And it just didn't, we keep on doing these procedures and they're just not working. I'm sure they'll work at some point, hopefully, but recently, doing these procedures, they've just not been working. And by procedures, I mean fertility treatment, IUIs, that sort of thing. If you're not sure what an IUI is, just Google it, right? But it's basically a fertility procedure to help someone get pregnant. And especially in obviously the whole miscarriage thing was really tough, right? And it really affected my work as well. Affected all of my life. And in autumn, when we were trying, there was a good month where it felt like I just had no enthusiasm to do anything. Every day was grey. I had no hope. And I had basically really poor mental health, and it's so difficult when you're feeling low, and it makes you want to not do anything. It makes you want to give up. It makes you want to just sit or sit on your sofa watching TV all day, eating junk food, or it makes you want to be in bed all day sleeping and you don't really want to do anything. You don't even want to look at your to-do list, right? So obviously your issues or what you're going through may be different from mine, or maybe you've had similar experiences, but I understand the mindset. I understand the desire to not do anything. I understand the desire to lose passion or lose hope in what you're doing. And how certain areas of your life can affect all areas of your life if everything's going down the pan basically, and you feel really awful. Okay, and it is really tough to be able to persevere when you're going through horrible times, right? Another thing that's really difficult for me is I have lower back problems. It's a little bit better now because I've been going to a chiropractor. I've been doing some exercises that they've sort of prescribed for me to do every day. But throughout all of 2021, 2022, I've had on and off really bad back problems. And recently, in October, and around the autumn time of the year, it got really, really bad, right? My lower back pain got really bad, and it's so difficult to do anything when you are constantly in pain or having discomfort. Right, it's very difficult to do these things. So if you have any of these kinds of issues and you've got chronic pain, or you've had a pain for a long time, you can always feel it. It's can be very, very difficult to persevere. And of course, there's those invisible illnesses like mental health problems, right? And it's very difficult to be able to do those things, to do anything when you've got these other issues going on, right? And I really admire people that are able to carry on when they're still going through issues like that, right? Those when you have the persistent pain, whether it's mental or physical. So if you are struggling with mental health, then please go and talk to a professional, because that might be one of the reasons why you are not being able to persevere, why you're thinking about giving up, right? Please do that. I mean, obviously my channel and the things I talk about should not be a substitute for medical intervention or medical advice. I only give advice on things that I know that have worked for me. But you should definitely seek a mental health professional or medical professional if you are really, really suffering. Okay, and sometimes I think it's a good idea to have a therapist or a counselor anyway, just so you've got someone to talk to about any issues that you may be having, who's going to have an unbiased ear, basically. So I highly recommend that you do that anyway, even if you can only see them once a month or something like that. Okay? So what has helped me then? What's helped me persevere during these really tough times when I felt like really not doing anything? And sometimes, I did fall back. I did fall off the horse, and I did have to pick myself up and get back on again and to keep on going. Like sometimes you'll have a bad day and you just feel like, you know what, I'm just going to have to take a day off. I'm going to have a mental health day. But if you are going to do that and you're going to take a day off and you're not going to persevere, let's say today or any other day in the future, don't beat yourself up about you have taking a day to just, be, right? As long as also what you're doing during that day is good for you and you're not going to make yourself feel worse. Like, for example, if you take a mental health day, a wellness day basically for yourself, don't don't do anything that's going to make you feel bad about yourself. Like, don't eat junk food, right? If you're going to do something, if you're going to eat, make sure you eat nutritious food, right? And make sure, if you can, if you're not in pain, do some kind of like exercise, even if it's just for a walk for like 30 minutes or an hour. Just go and have a walk with someone, like one of your friends, or maybe you take your dog out if you've got a dog, or perhaps you just go on your own if it's safe to do so and you live in a safe neighborhood, right? Or maybe you drive somewhere like a local park or something like that and you just, do a few laps around the park. Right? Do something that's going to make you feel good about yourself. Sitting in all day watching TV or watching Netflix, binging stuff, isn't probably going to be the best for your mental health. So make sure if you do take a mental health day, you're going to have some fresh air, or you're going to work out inside or something like that. Get your blood pumping, get your endorphins releasing, okay? At least do that if you're going to take a day off, okay? But on days where you can't take a day off, you can't take a day off, one of the things that really helps me is thinking about how much it's going to bother me, how much it's going to like play on my mind if I don't get the tasks done that I need to do. Okay, now I've got to a point in my life where it bothers me, right? Where it really bothers me if I don't do my coaching videos, if I don't get back to clients in time, if I don't do any videos, if I don't edit, things like that. So that really bothers me. If I don't do any of those things, if I don't do the things that I've set out to do that day, it bothers me, right? So another point about that though is sometimes if you've got a big to-do list, right, and you're having a bad day, sometimes the best thing to do to help you persevere is just do the most important thing on that list. Just do one thing, right? So for me, the most important thing on my list is to get back to clients, right? So that even if I don't do anything else that day, as long as I've got back to my clients, that's great, right? And if I've done that and I still feel pretty good and I've got lost in the process of taking action and I feel like I'm on a roll, then I'll go into making videos, right? So, if you're having a bad day, just focus on doing that one important thing, the most important thing that is most crucial, right? Do that, okay? So getting to a place where it bothers you is really important. So an example of perseverance is if you go to my dating and relationship channel, all you need to do is just type in Christine Loveridge on YouTube and you should find my videos. Go onto my channel. You don't have to watch any of my videos. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to see how many videos I've made, right? And if you go on there, you'll be able to see that I've made like over 750 videos. Now, I've only got 15,000 subscribers, okay? Now, for some people, that may seem like a lot, but considering how many videos I've done and how much effort it takes to make those videos, how much willpower, how much perseverance it takes to actually do the videos, it seems quite not much, really, to me, right? But again, for you, that may be amazing. If you have 15,000 subscribers out of 7, when you've made more than 750 videos, perhaps that's really good. But for me, that's a testimonial to how much I persevere, because I feel like a lot of people would have given up, right? If they're not, let's say, earning enough, or they haven't reached the milestone that they wanted to, or they don't have the amount of subscribers that they thought they would have by now, right? A lot of people would have given up. So I feel quite proud of the fact that I've been able to persevere and continue making videos, even when, I'm not getting that many views. Now, of course, though, in contrast, I look back on some of those videos and I think, wow, sometimes I get 1,000 views on a video and I think, wow, that's amazing. And I'm sure past me from like about a year ago or a year and a half ago would have been like absolutely thrilled with having, 1,000 views on a video, right? So I understand that, there is expectations now, but there was also expectations of past me who would have appreciated those things. But it's just one of those things, I thought by now, by how long I have been on YouTube making coaching videos, that I would have got a lot further. It's the same for this channel really as well. Like I thought I would be able to get more views, more subscribers. If you do watch and you aren't subscribed yet, please subscribe, right? I would have thought that I would have, got way further by now with this channel. But again, it's not happened. But I still persevere. I still make videos regardless of how much I feel like I should have progressed by now. I still do. I still continue to do it. I still pump up content. I still try to put in the best that I can, give the best possible advice that I can. And I try that every single time. You've got to persevere like that. You've got to have that sort of, you got to see it as like Thomas Edison when he created the electric light bulb, right? He didn't do, I know it's a big sort of like, self-help people talk about this example so many times, it's almost like a cliche now, but it's so true. Like Thomas Edison, he tried 10,000 times before he got to the, before he got the success, before he managed to make the electric light bulb work, right? So many people give up after just one attempt. So many people give up, especially like after 10 attempts, right? So think about that, right? 10,000 times he tried. 10,000, right? You got to persevere, right? Because you will get there in the end. And I know for whatever reason, I will get to where I hope to be as well. It's just one of those things. You just have to persevere. You just have to keep on going. You can't give up, especially if it's something that you really want, okay? So in essence, you got to keep grinding, right? You got to keep on going. You got to do it whether you feel like it or not. And if you do need to take a mental health day where you just sort of like just relax and don't take the pressure off, do things that are going to be good for you, okay? So they can rejuvenate you and you can come back stronger the next day, okay? So keep on grinding. That's the best thing that you can do. I know sometimes it can feel monotonous. I know sometimes it can feel tedious and repetitive and feel like you're in Groundhog Day. But unfortunately, sometimes that's the only way. And most of the time, it's the only way to get to your dreams. Okay, so don't give up. Persevere. You will get there. It may take some time, but you will get there eventually. It's not a question if you will get there. It's only a question of when. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.